Okay, hey everyone, so I wanted to do a quick video here where I compare S-Video and RGB SCART on the Nintendo 64 going through the RetroTINK 4K. So basically I've had some people ask me, is it worth it to upgrade to the RGB mod on the N64 if you already have S-Video cables and a RetroTINK 4K? Well, that's what we're going to be finding out today. So if you like these videos, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And yeah, first off, let me show you how I have this set up. Okay, so here's my Nintendo 64, and this is the one I did the RGB mod on. And I added this little switch since doing the RGB mod where this lets me easily turn on and off the low pass filter that's built into the RGB mod. And yeah, you actually usually have it on because I actually find that is a little cleaner. But anyway, yeah, that's what that is. But then on the back here, I have this breakout, multi-tap breakout from Electron. Yeah, this is one that Bob from Retro RGB recommended. This is cool because it doesn't split the signal, but you can still get all of these different signals out of it. And so it buffers all these different signals. And so yeah, I have the RGB SCART cable here. This is an Interaction Studios, or Interaction Industries, excuse me, SCART cable, RGB SCART cable. And then I have all the rest of the cables are monster cables. So yeah, I've got Composite, which is actually going into this little mini CRT down there, just to, I don't know, fun comparison, I guess. And then I got monster audio cables and then a monster S-Video cable. And yeah, the audio and the S-Video are going directly into the RetroTINK 4K. So yeah, so first off, what do you think? Do you think this is S-Video or RGB? Well, if you guessed S-Video, you would be correct. So yeah, this is S-Video. Now let me switch to RGB. Okay, and here is RGB. So yeah, I mean, just from going off of this really quickly, RGB I think is a little sharper, but really it's so close. Okay, yeah, so here's RGB again with the low pass filter turned on. And first off, if you're still deciding on RetroTINK 4K or a CRT, which is Composite, the CRT still looks better, at least this little one does. So I don't know. I think that something with and by the way, this is the default filter on the RetroTINK 4K, so I don't have any of my special scan lines and slot mask and all that stuff turned on. This is just the default out of the box filter, and this is the most up-to-date firmware as well. But yeah, out of the two, the CRT still looks a lot better. But I mean, you know, this is an OLED TV as well with the RetroTINK 4K, and you know, if this is what you have, the RetroTINK 4K is definitely a good way to do it. But like, for example, like, look at this text here. Like, you can tell it's low, what do you call it? Like, I don't want to say low quality, but just like low resolution, I guess. Whereas like over here on the CRTs, you can see everything just kind of blends together and it looks quite a bit better. But anyway, this isn't a comparison necessarily of CRTs versus the RetroTINK 4K. I just, yeah, have this here just because I thought it was interesting. But yeah, this is RGB, and yeah, and just remember the CRT is Composite. But now let's go ahead and switch over to S-Video, and you tell me if you can see a difference. So yeah, RGB and S-Video. So yeah, they're pretty similar. I don't know. I think RGB is a little bit sharper, which actually in a way kind of makes me almost like S-Video a little better, just because with S-Video it kind of smooths everything over a little bit. Whereas you can see now this is RGB again. It just kind of is, it's definitely sharper, but yeah, I don't know, I guess it just kind of depends on your likes. However, there is one thing I should mention. So on RGB mode, you actually can, and in my opinion really should, use this auto gain feature. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus on this. Come on. Yeah, so this auto gain and auto phase is really important for RGB because that will make it look quite a bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and first do auto gain. You can see auto gain in progress. Yeah, so it just kind of makes the screen a bit brighter, and then we'll do auto phase as well. So yeah, doing both of those, and it's best to do it on a screen where there's a bunch of bright information on it. I guess this is okay because at least there's a little bit of bright, but yeah, usually it's best to do it where there's not like a bunch of dark areas. But yeah, that will make RGB look significantly better. So I'm just going to do it one more time just because, I don't know, for fun, I guess. But yeah. Now let's go ahead and switch back over to S-Video and just look at that difference again. Okay, so there's S-Video. And so yeah, and by the way, the auto gain and auto phase features, those don't work on S-Video just because, yeah, S-Video already contains all that information, I guess. Yeah. Now here's RGB again. Now I'll just kind of show you the difference between having the low pass filter on and having it off. So this is on, and I want you to pay really close attention to this text down here. Okay, so again, so this is on, and now I'm going to flip that switch. Okay, now I don't know if this is showing up on the camera, but when the low pass filter is turned off and it's going through the RetroTINK 4K, everything is just a little jittery. It's, yeah, it just kind of jumps everywhere. Again, I don't know if that's showing up on the camera necessarily, but let me turn it back on. When you turn on that low pass filter, everything just straightens right out. And I was playing on this with this. If you saw my N64 RGB mod video, I was testing this on a CRT, and I could not tell a difference between having it on and off, besides that it's switched the, or moved the whole picture to the right a little bit when it was on. But yeah, when it's going through RetroTINK 4K though, and probably other scalers as well, I would assume, yeah, it makes a big difference to have that on. So anyway, as long as your RGB mod has a low pass filter, then I think RGB is pretty good. However, let's go ahead and switch over to S-Video and see if we notice any shaking. Okay, and here's S-Video. So yeah, no shaking on S-Video. So definitely, I don't know, RGB is really cool, don't get me wrong, but it's also a little complicated. And so, I mean, once you get set up, then it works great for sure. But for the Nintendo 64, I really think that S-Video is perfectly fine. And then just for fun, here's the CRT. Again, the CRT is the clear winner, at least a 13-inch CRT. Yeah, I just feel like the Nintendo 64 was meant for this. Well, let me put it that way. I don't feel that way. I know it was meant for this kind of display. Okay, and then just before I end the video, because I'm sure there's going to be some people that are wondering about this, but let's go ahead and just see what Composite looks like compared to RGB and S-Video. So this is S-Video right now. So now let's go ahead and switch over to Composite. Yeah, Composite still looks pretty good, but yeah, S-Video is definitely an upgrade over Composite. So I can definitely especially see it in the text. So like, I don't know if it's showing up as well on the camera, but the text just kind of has like this little red halo around the words and stuff. Whereas now this is S-Video again, and yeah, the text is just white. It doesn't have like a little red halo around everything. So, and which, I mean, that makes sense. You know, S-Video separates the color information from the Luma, and so it would make sense that the colors are, you know, slightly more defined on S-Video. Don't think there's any really big surprise there. But yeah, here is Composite again, and now let's go ahead and compare it to RGB. Okay, and here's RGB. So yeah, RGB really looks almost identical to S-Video. Like I said, it's just a little bit sharper, but both S-Video and RGB look better than Composite, at least on this TV. On the CRT, Composite looks better than both RGB and S-Video. So, you know, take that for what you will. But anyway, I think that'll do it for this video. If you like this video, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And yeah, we will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.